father.
Helping me out is my partner Oxenspree. They are in the room with me, and they'll be letting me know if stuff is too loud or too quiet, and how does it sound compared to the game audio. Should I need to move this window a little bit? Oh, hi Regan.
I'm leaving. Try and stop me.
What's up? Huh? It's slow. Anyway, most Supergiant games are kind of in this style, 2D action games. So move around, real time, swing, sword, stuff like that. But they've all been wildly different genres. And Hades is a roguelike, which means you die regularly and start from the beginning. But kind of the thing about Hades is that you maintain some progress in terms of the abilities you get, and also it has a narrative that's always moving forward, which is pretty cool. I have not played... Oh, hey Guy! Guy is a fan of Gooplet, who is the Go streamer I mentioned earlier. Guy got to watch me embarrass myself a lot learning how to play Go. I have played a few more games of Go since doing that. They've all been bad, but I am excited to continue learning how to play. Also, Guy can see me now. Hi, Guy. So when you encounter a god in Hades, they will offer you their powers in some form. And usually a list of free options that are all pretty different, but upgrade one of your basic abilities. I don't know what the best stuff is, so don't expect me to be picking the best stuff. I do like the sound of attacking stronger.
I know you can't hear me all the way where you are, Goddess, but thank you. Ready for me?
Yeah, I recently played this company's first game, Bastion, which is really similar in gameplay. The same like 2D top-down, just action like sword and stuff game. Although that's a hammer, but the pace is a lot slower. This is much quicker.
Each exit has its own reward.
I should probably be using the ranged cast more. Which is neat in that it throws a thing and then you have to go pick it back up, so you kind of have to stay on top of its ammunition. Some of the other weapons in the game do operate at a range though, which is neat. And again, I have played this a little bit during the early access period, so I'm already at least a little decent at it.
Time to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say.
I really liked the design of Ares in this game, but I also just really like the design of all the gods in this game. Just some really phenomenal art.
All about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
I think I'm gonna upgrade the dash just because I tend to dash a lot.
The will to fight. Let's.
Yeah, in terms of how much I played of this originally, during the early access period, I got to the first major boss, but then never defeated them, and figured I would come back after some major updates. And then every update, I was like, well, I'll wait for the next one, and then the next one. And now it's finally out, so I figured I would actually play it.
I'm hurt. Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Oh jeez, that's not going great.
A gift.
My favorite of the Supergiant games is probably Pyre, which is a pretty strange game. It's a fantasy sports visual novel strategy RPG. It's a lot of things in one. It's very cool, where you essentially play like free-on-free basketball in a fantasy universe, and the gameplay is minorly similar to this, but has more emphasis on like going through and reading the street sections of like text. This is becoming a bit more to do. Ah, shit. Alright, decent first go. So, each time you die in Hades, you get sent back to
Home.
this, like, house level, where you go through and you interact with characters.
Don't mind me.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than
Back
others.
already. Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
I will do my best to not talk over any dialogue or narration in this game, but I can't promise I'll be perfect.
You watch over things for me.
And yeah,
won't you, boy?
thank God you can pet the dog,
You know I'd
indeed.
take you if I could. There's a good boy.
Please.
You've returned,
Well, I can only promise to try and be a perfect streamer.
despite the circumstances.
Which, when you think about it, isn't that what makes a perfect streamer?
Is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
So yeah, a bunch of these rooms weren't in the game when I played originally.
House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
I don't think there's anything else down here. I gotta look around though, because again, this is pretty different than what I played initially.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yeah, she is pretty badass looking. I really like the like stars under the hair effect. I think that's really cool. And also, I don't know if that's a necklace or like part of the outfit, but whatever is going on with like the top half of the skulls there is really neat.
Yes, we are.
Then go.
Hey, room, I'm back. Night and darkness guide me.
So this is where the like permanent upgrades live. During runs, you earn this currency, which you can spend here to upgrade stuff permanently, and that way each run is progressively easier than the last one you did. I think it makes sense to start getting back some health after completing a room.
Looking good.
Don't know if other stuff in this room does things.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, is it?
I don't know if resting does anything.
Who needs sleep?
No.
Okay. No keepsakes yet.
So there's another currency we can get to get permanent buffs. And then here we can spend keys to unlock different weapons.
There we go. Coronacht, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death.
So now, instead of our sword, we got a cool bow.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
I'm playing with a controller, not the mouse and keyboard. When you start the game even, it gives a recommendation. It's like, hey, probably don't play this with a mouse and keyboard. You could probably do it all right. I might experiment at some point just to see what it's like. But so far, I've played every Supergiant game with a controller. It just feels real natural.
If you insist.
Wow.
So it teaches you how to use the move set of each thing. Gotta get the flashing there. There we go. Timing's pretty tight on that. And then finally we have a dash and X attack. Or try to do it anyway. There we go. And then I think we're good to start our next run. But that's not the entrance to it. I don't remember where we're supposed to go.
I can escape from the courtyard back there. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. I can escape from the courtyard.
Oh, here we go. That's where back there meant.
Bye, everyone.
Again, perfect stream. Nothing wrong.
Thunder. Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
My general rule of thumb is that chaining damage is almost always good in video games.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
And also, yeah, I like that for Zeus, it is just exactly what you would think of when you think of Zeus. Voice acting too, and like that very like specific heavy Zeus voice is very good.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead.
Yeah, this is a pro Hercules 1997 chat or
What is
stream.
it now?
See, I'm not used to streaming. I'm used to occasionally being in a chat. I don't know if I should always be going for the power flash on the bow, but I'm going to anyway.
Welcome.
Bastion has a really similar weapon where you have to time it with a little animation to do extra damage, so my brain is already operating in that space. I think I prefer the bow over the sword, just because it's a bit easier to stay at a safe distance. I don't know what these symbols mean. I think that might just be a health symbol. There we go.
Centaur heart.
Oh, it's an increase to the maximum health. That's interesting. I think I'm going to go for the key because I would like to unlock some more weapons. Just because playing a run-based game like this, it's good to have variety. Also, I think the thing about Supergiant games is that they're just really good at having like clever weapons and characters to switch between, or abilities. Basically, stuff that always makes the game feel incredibly different when you use it. Like Bastion has a very similar weapon system. Transistor had it where you could like slot in different abilities to try out like different combinations, and that was kind of the whole game. And then Pyre, of course, you had your like roster of sports team members. This is going pretty well so far. There we go. I do like that the game recognizes that that's the enemy that killed me last time.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
I wonder if I can make this a really long run now that I have this amount of health. It'd be neat if I could at least see the first boss. Especially since we are talking about 1997 Hercules. Alright, this is not getting me anywhere. I gotta get the stacks of skulls. There we go. This has a very different vibe than learning how to play Go. Learning Go is nice because you kind of play at your own pace. This is pretty quick.
Charon's shop. Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale?
Oh yeah, don't tell Gooblet that I'm beating up Skull. She won't like that. Tell her that I'm being very friendly to Skulls. I mean, they're like possessed Skulls. I don't know if we know that Henry's possessed. I think Henry just is.
Available for sale, whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
I also have a great thirst for riches. We're not going to buy the food, though, because we have a good amount of health. Keep our money. I can't remember if money persists after you die. I'm going to bet the coins don't. Alright, it's getting a bit more to manage. So you can see on that middle one there, oh, he just blew up. The cast thing stays on them until you defeat them, so you can't just use it again immediately. Yeah, I'm not going to speculate too much on whether or not Henry would like this, because I'm going to bet the answer's probably no. Then again, Henry's only one skull, and there's a lot of skulls in the world, so it's definitely possible that Henry does not know them. Yeah. Oxenfree just asked me if I am in hell, which which makes me think that they might not be paying attention to what's going on. I don't know if Henry's from Hell. That's a good question. Someone should ask Gooplet if Henry is from Hell or somewhere else. I'm going to say no, because I think Henry just is.
Made it this far.
I don't think Henry's from anywhere. Gooplet has probably thought about it intensely. Just waiting the perfect amount of time to not get hit by that. Is there one more down there? Ah, there it is. I'm really glad that you did not see my first couple of games, Guy, of Go. I did make a lot of triangles, even though my notes say to not make triangles. For those that don't play Go, you're not supposed to make triangles. It's not a good thing.
Don't come back. A palm of power.
Ooh, that's good.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
I don't know what the pink heart is, so I'm going to check that out. Oh, they were all empty triangles. I do appreciate the benefit of the doubt, though. That's a lot more skulls. And I don't seem to be coming from a stack this time. There just is a lot of them. Go. Yeah, I theorize that my bigger problem is that I'm really bad at, like, securing my own territory. I tend to kind of get pushed into the corners.
Oh, it's her. That must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Irvandus, I accept this message.
Oh, that's what the heart is. That makes sense.
Hello, hello there, little godling. I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
I think I'm going to go for the cast, because I do like the cast, even if I'm not using it a lot.
Interested in the power to break hearts?
Yeah, I'll look you up, Guy.
Sorry, I don't see you around.
I'm assuming on the... on OGS. Okay, cool. There we go. This is a much smaller room than the ones I've been seeing recently. That's a very different cast than what I had before. Yeah, it's really satisfying to do just like the dodge in this game, let alone just like the attacks.
Thank the gods. I can use this to unlock a weapon.
Okay, so the fruit upgrades are stuff, so I think I'm gonna go for that. Should have gone to the side there. Ooh. Took a bit more damage there than I was expecting to. This is a situation where the slightly quicker sword would be kind of nice. Wouldn't quite have to whittle down from the side quite the same way. I guess I should be waiting for the shield bars to use that cast. Yeah, here we go. That was much more effective.
Good enough to eat.
I guess the bigger thing is that it inflicts the weak status, which is pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to keep upgrading the chain lightning, though, just because it's a good way to deal with groups of enemies, and the bow inherently doesn't have a good way to do that. I think I'm going to go for another power from Aphrodite.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I keep forgetting to use the special. I don't think I've used the special since this run has started. I think I'm going to go for the rare one, though, just because it's rare. And also that sounds good, especially considering not taking damage is pretty key to winning this game. Or at least taking less damage.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
That's
And
ominous.
I can reckon quite a bit. Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
So here is the first boss, which I was not able to defeat when I played the game originally. Oh, jeez.
Worse than that.
I'm going to try to whittle down the extra enemies first, just because I don't want to get overloaded from attacks.
I'll kill you where you stand.
I should just stay still. That's not what I remembered.
What else?
Ah.
You stay right there. Much as a Tartarus to me.
Ah, alright. I think the thing I need to do is to dodge more purposefully than I am in that fight. Because my initial gut reaction is kind of just to be dashing all the time.
Cheers for that.
And Megara is pretty good at punishing that.
What happened to Hypnos? Someone's at the desk next to the throne.
Oh, I don't know this character.
Some sort of special offer for me, my good shade.
Oh, interesting. You, like, build out the house? Huh. That's pretty cool. I don't think I saw any of that currency while I was out.
Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, father? Already found someone new to do the busy work. And here I thought I was utterly indispensable.
That shade boy is my newly designated contractor. one whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up.
Nice. Happen to know whom I should thank for the weapons just outside my chambers, Achilles?
I'm sure I wouldn't, lad. Though if I happen to run into them, I'll let them know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, Greek mythology is really rad, just in general.
Darkness guide you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it.
Oh, so there's a little thing there.
What once was a small lounging area within the House of Hades now is sealed off, in utter shambles since the multi-headed Cerberus tore the space apart, mourning the missing prince.
Aw.
Cerberus destroyed the lounge again.
Alright, let's see what upgrades we can do. I think I'll take the damage bonus, even if it is situational. Hopefully you could read that. It's probably pretty close to where the webcam is. Doesn't look like there's anything else new in here.
Hey, I knew it. You're pretty quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing. Don't let them catch you standing still.
Dash like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst advice, I guess.
Alright, and I do have 5 keys, so I can unlock a new weapon. We'll do the shield first. I'm assuming that's a shield.
Open up. Aegis, shield of chaos. Lend me your power.
That one, huh?
It's another close range attack. That's interesting. Such a charge while defending. So I wonder if that will block attacks coming that direction. And then there's a ranged attack. How far does that go? Like, can I do that from here? Oh, wow. So much farther range than I was expecting for a shield. And then a dash attack.
Real nice.
I'm going to try harder to remember to actually use the special attacks this time. Probably critical, because I don't have any other way to attack at range aside from casting none.
That looks like a Daedalus hammer.
Sure.
Enchantments for my weapon.
Ooh, wow, that sounds really good, actually. Again, probably is my bias towards hitting multiple enemies at once speaking, but I'm gonna go for it.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
I don't know who Daedalus is. At least I don't think I know who Daedalus is.
Each time the prince delves back into the underworld, its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to maybe map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that.
So like other games in the genre, the levels you go through are different every time. So there's no way to like build a strategy around the exact path you want to take. So I should probably try to focus hitting from the back now that it does more damage. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to, especially after using the bow for a whole run. I think that's Ares' symbol. It'd be good to get some kind of a bonus this early.
Brimstones.
What's interesting about the ranged attack is that it doesn't immediately come back to me. So if I do a big chain, I have to wait a few seconds to get it back. Well, microseconds, but still enough to kind of make a difference. think if I can, I'd like an upgrade for the charge.
Thank you.
You have the Shield of Chaos, Aegis. Quite unlike the one my good sister Athena likes to flash around. You have much better taste.
I think we'll upgrade the cast. That way we have a significant other attack. Daedalus was an inventor who created a labyrinth for the king of Crete to hide his Minotaur son. Later, he was imprisoned with his son Icarus and created wings for the two of them to escape, but Icarus flew too close to the sun. Oh, okay, so Daedalus built the labyrinth. Interesting. And so, no, I said earlier that I didn't know who Daedalus was. And it doesn't seem like Zagreus knows where Daedalus is, which is interesting. Oh wow, that cast attack moves pretty slow, but lasts a while. That's neat. There we go. Not a fan of the crystals. I think I'm getting a better grasp on the
There's
shield.
only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
I really like the owls on the bow on the bottom left there. That's really cool. Interesting. So I can get some flat bonus to my dash attack or start going with criticals. We'll make the basic attack critical stronger.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep.
Sorry if you see flashes of my couch appear in the background. I do have like a proper desk chair I could be streaming from. I don't really have any good reason to not, but I am pretty comfy, so it is what it is.
Tombstone, just great.
I know this is like a mini boss. We did not encounter like a mini boss last time, I don't think. At least I definitely don't remember seeing one. Alright, glad I have the throwing shield option for this section. I like how it chains its attacks off of its allies. That makes the fight pretty interesting. Oh, that was just the shield. Got a bit more work to do. There we go.
People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of
Oh no,
Hades,
Gooplet's
Olympus,
here.
I have
Hi,
received this
Gooplet.
message.
How are you doing? Oh, and you brought people with you. Hi, people that have come from Gooplet's chat. Guy is here. I think y'all know Guy.
Here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Is it that different? I mean, I'm throwing stuff. It's kind of like putting stones on a board. Getting the life back is probably the smart option, but I think I am going to go for the hangover status.
Leave it to the god of wine to liven things up around here.
Yeah, it's a roguelike. So roguelike sent in sent. What's the word I'm looking for? Takes place in Hades. You keep trying to escape from it, and it gets randomized every time you die. But it also leans pretty heavily in narrative, so you're always making some story progress or getting some new writing, which is pretty cool.
Hey, Princette. Must look like I'm slacking off with the old boulder here, but I was just getting back on my feet. The Fury Sisters don't often leave me be. Where'd they go, anyway? And, what are you doing here?
First stream is going pretty good. The big thing is so far, as far as I can tell, no major technical difficulties, which is kind of what I was expecting.
Oh, you know, just out on a little stroll is all. Do me a favor, though. You see the Fury Sisters, let them know I was headed down the way I came from, will you?
Oh, I'll let them know, all right. I hear you loud and clear, Your Highness. I'll just go about my business now, and you take care.
Oh, interesting. We'll take the permanent buffs.
Sure thing.
Thank you, mate.
PoE, is that Pillars of Eternity or Path of Exile?
So long for now.
I'm familiar with both, just not sure which one you're talking about.
Oh no.
Path of Exile. Oh, what is this? Yeah, I've played a little bit of Path of Exile. I think I got to like Act 3 or 4 or something like that. Surprisingly, I'm not a huge fan of ARPGs, or well, that specific style, like Diablo-like ARPG. But Path of Exile is pretty cool. I really like the character progression system in that game. Oh, well, it's pretty fun. This room is pretty hectic.
Almost there.
Oh, I'm just supposed to survive. I didn't even notice that in the top left there.
Enough.
Well, that's better.
That's a pretty good reward. Yeah, I really like the art style of all of the Supergiant games. Just a really, really clean 2D look. And they all, like, they're all similar, but they all have a really distinct flavor, which is neat. Like, Hades does not look like any of their previous games, but at the same time, you can tell it's like the same house style. Oh, the Skull Towers are back. Don't show Gooplet. I don't know what Skull Tower you were talking about, Gooplet. I didn't see any. Definitely not. No skulls harmed.
Numbskulls.
I don't know what he's talking about. To be fair, these are called numbskulls. I don't think I would call Henry a numbskull. Henry's too smart for that. Oh. Yeah, I was saying at the top of the stream that I have played this game before in the early access. I never really got super far into it. So I am seeing a decent amount of this stuff for the first time.
Delicious.
Speaking of being smart, I'm not sure what I should pick here. And also, I did just bump that microphone, and I apologize. I just really like the flavor of inflicting hangover, so I'm going to upgrade that. I would be pretty upset if I was hit by a shield and then it made me hungover afterwards. It is tricky to remember that, like, the shield is not immediately available again after I throw it. I'm still not quite used to it, even if I feel like I've gotten the rest of the moveset down.
Bottle of nectar.
Oh, interesting. A guy in chat says that Zagreus seems to be a real character in early Greek mythology, sometimes recorded as son of Hades and Persephone, and sometimes as an early version of Dionysus from the Orphic cults. Probably more Pharisee than actually Greek. Huh. Yeah, I also assumed that Zagreus was an original for the game. I had no idea that he was based in the actual mythology. I think I'm going to go for the Palm of Power, just because upgrading abilities seems like a good way to stay alive when you don't have a bunch of upgrades yet. I'll have the permanent upgrades anyway. I'm gonna not just upgrade Hangover again, even though it's always tempting. I'll make that critical damage a bit better, because big numbers are objectively good. And there's Megara again.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
This is gonna be really different than the last time, because last time I was mostly doing range stuff. And so I didn't really have to worry about that melee attack as much, but now I do. And I don't... Now I'm going to handle that. Oh, she can be inflicted with Hangover. That's cool. I'm very used to video games just ignoring status effect for bosses. Whoa, did she do this attack last time? For the people that joined earlier, this is where my attempt last time ended. Oh geez. That was a very bad time to run in that specific direction for a sustained amount of time. Again, I don't know how well it's coming through on the stream, but the music here is very good. Ah, dang. Oh well, I got one pretty good dodge off of that attack then. Oh wow, that happened in chat while I was looking at that.
Damn you, Meg.
Yeah, Zagreus definitely has issues with his dad. Oh, gift. I don't know what that does. I'm gonna talk to them first and I'll find out what gift does.
Oh, wow. so Megara herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful. And, anyway, I hope the fates are nicer to you next time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Alright, let's give Hypnos a gift.
Surprise, Hypnos. I got you this.
Whoa, 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 you can't bring that in here. Just kidding. Thanks. But wait, I'll trade you. Look.
Cheers, Hypnos.
Oh, did I, like, get a friendship point with Hypnos? Is that tracked anywhere? Huh.
Look who's back.
Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seal it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
Oh, is that where the keepsakes come from? Got it.
You're really
Okay.
blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
Oh, you can do this for free? Was this free the first time and I just totally missed it? I bet that's true.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea. What's that there? Something from the Fates?
Oh.
Not
I
as
guess I
comfy as
could.
it looks.
No. I guess I can't relax.
How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All three mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
Yeah, we'll give him a
Hey,
pet.
boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys this.
Oh, don't
place.
worry, we'll always pet the dog. It'd be very rude to not pet the dog.
You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, I have something for you.
I don't think I really appreciated how cool Achilles' outfit was till this time. I loved the, like, huge cloak coming off of him.
What, wait, you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Oh. Oh, this is interesting. So you can get information on these characters and things. Oh, it'll even tell you how many, like, conversations you have to see still. That's really cool. Oh, and it breaks it down between the Chthonic and the Olympian gods. Am I pronouncing that right? I have no idea. Symphonic? Who knows? Someone does. Not me.
Remember, there are those who love you, child.
Thank you, Nix. Let's have a look here.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. And then we'll also get the upgrade to the back damage, just because that's good to build up on.
Ready, I think.
Chthonic. I'll say Chthonic. I like the sound of Chthonic, so it may as well be true.
Looking good. You're getting pretty strong, I'll give you that, boyo. Strong enough to smack a guy like me right up against the wall and I'd go straight to pieces. Boom! You just remember, when you're duking it out, the walls are your friend.
Oh, I've not been thinking about
Smack
the walls.
guys against walls. Sound advice as ever, mate.
we have enough keys for a new weapon? No. Why is the bow glowing? Oh, does it give you bonuses? That way you don't just use the same weapon over and over again? Okay. I do like the bow, and I'll go for the bonuses.
That'll be good.
Got something new to try.
Okay, we'll equip that. And so, clearing rooms with this equipped will make it better. Okay.
Should help.
Wow. That's a lot of
To
those.
choose.
I'm kind of shocked how many of those exist. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Alright, one more time.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Crashing waves. The trident.
Oh, new god time.
It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Ahoy there, little Hades. You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
It's a very chill looking Poseidon. Alright, I'm going to purposefully upgrade my special. That way I remember to actually use it this time.
Looks like I caught a big one. The power of the seas should be of help.
That's good to see. So if I forget what something does, I can look it up. I already forgot how the bow works.
Stand down, or suffer.
Yeah, this Poseidon seems like he is down to chill out a little. There, I used the special. I remembered one time. We'll see if I keep using it.
The power of the gods. Extra blessing.
There we go. I did kind of miss having the bows better range options than the shield. Like, I still could have done that with the shield, but it would have taken a bit more time. Is that the only way to go? That is the only way to go.
A centaur heart. Centaur strength.
Never gonna complain about having more life, though. Oh, is this the fountain that I built?
Crisp.
Or the bath? And I built a fountain. No idea.
A place of calm and respite, whilst perhaps unimaginable in the underworld, occasionally is to be found, in fact.
And not a moment too soon.
I think we'll go for a Never God upgrade. Whoa.
The gods have spoken.
Literary challenge from Guy. I'd rather be a slave on Earth than be king of all the kings of the dead. How does this quote get changed, adopted by English poets some 2,000 years later, and name the poet? Better read than dead. That's a good guess. I'm going to Frank, even though they did not name the poet. Because I'm betting Frank is right.
Irvandus sought you out already, My boastful brother gets on with Lord Hades even worse than I. So let me put a little spark into his storms for you.
See, I'd like to experiment more, but specifically for the bow, I really like having the chain attack just because it gives me an option that isn't just relying on the straight line of the bow.
Shocking.
Well, I like the not real guess, Frank. Oh, I actually have heard that. Caphonic. Huh. Well, I can't say it super well anyway, so it's all good. Those enemies go down so much quicker when they don't have that shield. Alright, and that's the gift. I think I'll give that to Achilles if that's an option next time. So this is a different mini-boss than the crystal I got last time. There we go. That was pretty easy, actually.
Anyone else?
You wield Coronach, the Heartseeker. It pierced 3 titans in one shot back in the war amongst our kind. Please do take care of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Coronach is also a real mythology thing. That's a pretty good get out of jail free card. Because not only so I'm already coming back with life if I go down, but then it also gives me some bonus damage for the rest of that encounter, which sounds specifically good for doing a boss fight. Trading damage back, however, is also pretty good. Oh my gosh, we're up to 9 viewers. How did that happen? Hello, viewers. Hope you're having a good time. Oh, Goop's rating? That makes sense. Yeah. I'm gonna do the Frenzy. Just because I think that's a really good way for me to maybe cheese through that actual boss at the end there. I didn't really want to get back in this corner, but I'm here now. There we go.
I can use this to unlock a weapon.
I think 4 was enough for one of the weapons. Is this a thing I can use? Oh, it's a shop. Oh, so this is an upgrade to the attack that lasts temporary amount of encounters. I wish I knew how many away from the boss I was, because this would be very good for that. I'm going to pick it up anyway, just because even if we don't actually get to Megara in the next 6 encounters, it'll be easy to get to her at the very least. And yeah, Guy, of course we're going to beat Megara this time. Surely I won't lose again. I think I'm going to go for this.
You're not going anywhere.
At least doing this survival room will definitely get a good use out of our damage buff.
I get the feeling I am being watched.
It's interesting that those enemies scramble to get to a good position before attacking you. This is a lot harder than the survival room we had the first time.
You're nothing. A few more moments. At least I'm picking up some coin.
Oop, I got stuck there. There we go.
All of you.
There.
Oh, and that's for the construction. Which will presumably get us some more permanent bonuses. It's Dionysus, right? I'm gonna go for that. Lots of talk about Lucifer down the chat. I didn't look for a second there, and y'all have a whole on conversation going. I'm gonna bet it's probably Oxenfree's fault that y'all were talking about Lucifer.
That sound.
Oh, you can give a god a gift. That's interesting. Yeah, let's give Dionysus a gift.
Lord Dionysus, it's been great getting to know you, so please accept this humble offering.
Now that is something, a right princely gift there, Zack. And just so happens, I got something here I have been meaning to give you.
Thank you, Dionysus, mate.
And then let's get Dionysus' actual buff.
God surviving, Zack. You're holding up or what? Right better momentarily, I bet.
Ooh, wow. Getting some damage resistance will probably make a pretty big bonus. Or be a pretty big bonus for us, even if it is situational.
To my health.
There we go. Oh, I kind of wish I got down here during that fight. It was pretty tough being stuck up in that corner. We're gonna upgrade that damage resistance.
Juicy.
Just because I'm really hoping that'll make a big difference. Oh, I'm gonna go for that Daedalus hammer just because that upgrade was pretty good last time.
My weapon's hidden talents.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go for that triple shot spread, which should be good when enemies start getting spawned in during the fight.
Drawn tight.
That's a pretty big difference.
And there you are again. Lord Hades ought to lock you up rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I'm sure he'd welcome all this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
So I am coming in with less help, but I'm hoping that doing the fight a few times is going to mean I'm going to make less mistakes. Plus we have that revive, and we have the damage resistance for when we're low. I just realized I never actually upgraded my cast this run.
You bastard.
She's not done that spinning rotation of bullets yet, which I'm appreciative of. Ah. Alright, so now we have the damage resistance kicking in, which means we should be able to get a decent amount more damage in before we go down, if we go down.
Blood and darkness.
Okay, she's actually not taking damage during that. There's that spin attack. Alright, good thing we have the revive. And there we go. Ooh. That was some work.
Got you. The ancient blood.
Sure, let's get some ancient blood.
Achilles might know what to do with this.
Oh, Titan blood. I guess that makes sense for ancient blood. Just catching up on chat real quick. Yeah, I've tried to read the Bible a handful of times. I think I have a really bad attention span, specifically when it comes to reading. I used to be really good at it, but it's been a while since I've been able to like read through something like that. Hades did not seem to be a fan that I won that fight. Those are both locked. Oh, this is the fountain that I built.
Never gone this far. Cheers.
Oh, I like the little recap there. That's pretty cool.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Alright, in a new region, Asphodel. So I guess this is implying there are 7 floors to, or like 7 areas. That's a long run if you have to do it from the beginning each time.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Oh, that's fire. Okay. Oh, that's like the entrance, I'm guessing. Is there anything to see here?
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that.
Alright, let's see how far I can get in this new area. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I have not seen this area before. Because I never got past the first area when I was playing in early access.
Wave makers.
Oh jeez. Did hitting the tower do that? Or are they just happening naturally? The puddles of lava. Can I dash over it? Okay, so I can dash over and not take damage. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. There we go. Oh, sell. So I really just wanted some cash in a pinch. I could actually sell my abilities. Or I guess potentially if I thought that something wasn't working out, I could get rid of it.
Easy does it. Burn flingers.
I guess it's appropriate that a game called Hades has launched us into a long religion discussion. Are there more enemies? Oh, there we go. I appreciate not having to worry about my footing quite as much in this room.
Gust of air. This mark.
New god type.
In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hey boss, found you. Good. Hermes, at your service. Pleasure. You are the talk of Olympus. Normally I wouldn't get mixed up, but for you, I'll be making an exception. Now come on, we've both got places to be.
Oh wow, getting just a increased movement to the run sounds pretty good.
Appreciate the lift, Lord Hermes, sir.
Oh wow, that is a big bonus.
Have to keep going.
Here, I can, Hermes should be here. Oh, that's not a super zoomed in picture. Is that 2 god symbols? I wonder if that means you'll get an option. Check it out. Oh, I don't like the look of this room.
They're making me choose.
Dionysus or Poseidon. I'm not quite sure which one I want to go for. I'll do Poseidon because I have not seen as many of Poseidon's blessings yet.
Yes.
We're gonna go for the cast upgrade, just because right now we still have the base cast, and having that is kind of a detriment at this point.
Oh, come on, Zack. Now that was not the choice I would have made. You messing with me, man? All right, I'll mess with you.
Oh, I was not expecting to get like retribution for not picking Dionysus.
Don't take it personally, Dionysus. Let's give him a show then.
Ooh, the footing in here is rough. Ah, dang. Oh well. Good first look at the second
What was I
area.
supposed to do?
I was wondering when the gods would start being jerks. Because, like, inevitably they have to be more harmful than good, because Greek mythology.
Shades of the dead mill constantly within the house, complaining of their woes and seeking audience from any who would listen.
I listen.
Such a shame. So how did it go? How did you die ignobly this time, pray tell? Cerberus and I can't wait to hear the tale.
Ignobly is a pretty good vocabulary word, I have to say.
In that case, I'll spare you the details.
Fine. Your failure is quite easily imagined. How often it recurs. Almost as though my realm is built to keep you here. You and every single soul that's ever lived.
Bye, Gooplet. Have a good night. Thanks for sending your folks over. They've been really chill. I'm glad that y'all like me even outside of a Go setting.
Achilles, sir. I got a relic of some sort out there. A globule of ancient blood which formed after I fought with Megara. Is this really the
They are the
Titan's blood
best.
I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stream as much as you do, but I would like to do it at least like once or twice a week, just as something to do for a night.
Well, I wasn't about to drink it.
So if you haven't followed, maybe consider, because I will probably do this again if you like what you're seeing. I'm not really sure what to do here. I do like that you can just change the decorations. That's probably not the best use of my money, but you know. We'll do the one that makes this better.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
You are distracting me.
Is that at me or is that at the dog? Genuinely don't know. Are they coalesced around something?
How goes it, Shades?
Achilles does not seem to have much to say right now. Or we already talked to them, so that makes sense.
Wonder where Nyx went.
Oh, Meg's here now.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
Gods.
Alright, I'm going to take a quick second to go to run and use the bathroom and chug some water. In the meantime, Oxenfree should still be... I can only afford one of these. Getting one life back per room is not that much, but getting two back might be a bit more worthwhile.
Power.
Once in a while, pal, you're gonna see a real fancy bozo try to ruin your good time. You'll know him because he's glowing like a light. But that's his special armor, see? You gotta punch right through it. He's gonna shrug you off until you do.
For a good time, beware the fancy glowing bozos on my quest. Check.
So I guess that implies that enemies with the shield don't get staggered by your attacks. It's good to keep in mind. Try out a new weapon.
Let's see what's in here. Baratha, the Eternal Spear. Join my pursuit.
Spears are cool.
Ooh, look at that.
I think spears are my favorite type of like weapon in any kind of fantasy or video game thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Skelly is probably a video game original. That's got a long range. Wow, that's got a really long range. Ooh, wow. It's got a long charge up though. And then that'll throw it and then bring it back. Can I hold it? No. And then just the charge X. And then we should have a new keepsake in here. Can we only equip one? We can only equip one. Oh, interesting. So this helps increase the chances of getting blessings from Dionysus, and then makes them a little bit better. So we'll equip that.
Okay.
You can only take one weapon at a time, so you have to kind of pick what your run's going to be focused on. What it does seem to do is it does seem to give the glowing effect to one of them, and you'll get a bonus for using that, presumably just so you keep trying out different ones instead of just focusing on only using the sword or only using the bow.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
In their first game, Bastion, which had a similar weapon system, some of the longer levels you would eventually find a place where you could swap out weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if there's eventually an upgrade or a point in the game where it lets you swap to a different one. Alright, it's probably going to be my last run for the night, so I'll try and make it a good one.
I have to tell you something, little Hades. My relatives and I, we've been holding back one of our greatest gifts to see if you were worthy. And you are. My aid is yours. So call me if you need anything. Especially to smash your enemies to bits.
I was also about to say goodbye. I mean, if you need to head out. It's probably gonna be like another half hour because that seems to be how long we're originating. It's the word. Averaging. Very different words.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, interesting. So this is like a totally different kind of attack. It seems like it has a limited amount of ammo.
Poseidon at my beck and call.
Oh wow. Okay. That's pretty significant. I wonder how I get charges back. The spear feels pretty different. I think specifically the way it focuses directly on one thing, unless you're doing the dash.
Come on, let's fight.
My eternal struggle to remember that the special attack exists. Although I think I did a pretty good job using the special on the bow last go around. Why was your roommate going to stab you? Oh, that makes sense. Got it. Oh, the juice. Okay. Shout out to Oxenfree for explaining things, and Goopla for explaining things. Yeah, don't try doing that yourself. Yeah, the spear's interesting because it makes me want to stay still longer than all the other weapons have.
Coin from the dead.
Yeah, I do remember that, which is why I was suggesting you not try to do it yourself again.
Must be the fountain chamber I commissioned back at home. Perfect.
Wow, this is good to find, even though I don't really need it right now. Or I guess maybe that makes it bad to find. Do you know, oh, Access where you got it. Yeah, it's like Werewolf. It's very, like, video gamey Werewolf. Although it's a lot simpler, actually, aside from the part where you have to, like, occasionally use your mouse to do something. Just because it's only a 2-role game. So you're either the werewolf or you aren't the werewolf. The spear makes clearing out multiple of these things pretty difficult. But it is pretty easy to just keep wailing on it now. In fact, it seems like I can just keep doing this with no real consequence. There we go.
Broken to bits.
I'm not gonna give Dionysus another gift, because he killed me last time. That was pretty rude.
Oh, no way, Zag. Looking like you got yourself a gift from old Poseidon there. He's quite the catch, but here, hope you save some room for more.
Yeah, Among Us is cool because it is pretty, like, the pacing of it is very exact. You kind of are always doing something, and that doing something keeps a time limit on the werewolf itself. So usually the games are pretty quick and fast-paced, which means you can kind of just play it over and over again and just kind of be stuck in that cycle. I do like the sound of a festive fog.
Cheers to that.
That's cool. Yeah, rounds are 10 minutes if, like, the imposter is good, and, like, 2 minutes if they're bad. Which means you can just tear through games. But it's also nice because it also means that if you lose, it doesn't feel that bad because, again, you're going to play again and do a whole other game in 5 minutes anyway. Let's see what the Daedalus Hammer upgrades for the spear are.
That must be one of those infernal troves.
I think Among Us kind of favors the survivors, if that's the right word, survivors, humans. And I think that's fine, though, just because it means the larger group is kind of guaranteed to have fun, and people just kind of inherently like the challenge of being an imposter. So I think that balance is smart. Oh, wow. Guy might be right, actually. Yeah, no, I remember that episode, and it doesn't really spell out what the imposter is, because you just look like another astronaut. I mean, I guess you do, like, transform in some weird ways. I'm gonna have to Google that later, because I have to imagine that's maybe true. So I'm not really using the spin attack. So I think I'm gonna just get rid of it to make the basic attack better. Maybe that's a terrible decision, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm not gonna do a pick 2 again. I don't really feel like doing a like another god fight immediately. The quicker pokes are pretty good. Even if it does make the spear's weakness bigger. But I do have the cast now to kind of make up for my lack of area damage. Yeah, the other thing that had me thinking that is that you do have to do like real Star Trek-ass like activities in between. Well, not in between, but like during the game, where you go or when like run around the consoles and like modify things.
You fight your father's legions with Varatha, the Eternal Spear. The irony must not escape him, for he long ago stood by my side against the Titans with that thing in hand.
This dash sounds really good. It does require me to be good at the game, though, which is risky in itself, but we'll give it a shot. So now if I dash when an enemy's about to hit me, I should do some kind of attack back on them. Which I'm guessing is potentially really powerful if I can do it. Alright, so like that timing isn't tight enough. I'm not going to try and bait it out. I'll see if I can just get it naturally by dodging as I normally do. It's pretty cool how far away you can attack with the spear. It doesn't really have the speed trade-off that the bow has. It's all good, Gooblet. It is like normal times to be tired. Actually, that might make me a nerd for saying that because it is only like 9 o'clock, but... I think it's specifically a spear. Does it say in here? Bident is a really good word. Oh, you know what? It is a Bident. It does have that gap in the middle. Yeah, I know. I normally stay up really late. I'm just saying that for other people, 9:10 is a normal time. I'm gonna go for more heart.
Feeling good.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume I have to fight Megara again. I mean, not quite as loaded up on abilities this time.
What are you doing, Zagreus? The underworld is sealed off. What you're attempting is impossible. You've seen what happens when you go too far.
This place can't stay sealed shut forever, Meg. In the meantime, I thought I'd get some practice in, you know?
I'm not your practice partner, fool.
Who would have guessed that? To like roguelikes, I just really needed one with trauma.
No effect.
Ooh, throwing that at her is probably not a smart idea, because she's so quick. Oh, jeez, I thought I was outside of that.
Come closer, Zacharias.
Nope, jeez. Alright, died the same way I did. Oh, right. I totally forgot that I have that. Oh, now I feel a lot more confident. What does this do? Oh. Yeah, standing in the exploding circles is my greatest weakness. Shout out to Poseidon though. It was nice to skip the last like 10th of that fight. I wonder if that implies that all of the bosses are going to be Furies. Or at least, like, we're going to see every Fury.
Don't mind me, Father.
Anything good here I can buy? We'll definitely take the armor penetration. I don't think we care that much about getting an Eternal Trope. Oh, there's a little thing here.
None other than those in the trusted inner circle of Lord Hades are authorized to enter the intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the underworld.
I'm gonna avoid spoilers, because I do plan to probably play all of this on stream. But I'll find out eventually.
Right, please. I'll just go on. Got it. Made it to Asphodel.
I do like the view here. I wonder if
This
it'll...
place has definitely seen better days.
I can't remember if that's different dialogue than the first time.
Inferno bombers.
Spear makes that significantly easier. Will you upgrade my cat? Oh yeah, right, that's that. For some reason I forgot that the purple circle is my cast. Purple circle is fun to say, I recommend. Oh, Hermes is back. I'm gonna give my gift to Hermes.
Lord Hermes, please accept this gift as a small token of my appreciation. Thank you for always keeping me on my toes.
Oh, mighty keen of you to leave a tip there, boss. And I have a tip for you. Don't be slow. Maybe this will help with that.
Hermes is giving me very similar advice to what Guy gave me.
Lord Hermes, I'm in your debt.
What's going on there?
It's all good.
Can I call you, cuz? Got something here for you. Should make your battles to the death end that much quicker.
Oh, interesting. Does that mean I could cast the purple thing multiple times? It's probably worth picking up even just to see how exactly that works. You need something that I really need multiple casts to like take advantage of. Palms are always good. Yeah, I do appreciate the ask. Makes sense too. I'm not really sure what Hermes is holding. I was very distracted by the bag of mail or bag of stuff.
Delicious.
Oh wow, that's a big damage increase on the fog. I'm gonna go for the foundation stuff. That way I could continue to build new stuff.
Skull crushers.
Oh, those are enemies. I did not realize. Oh jeez. I'm gonna assume the best way to fight those is to bait out those attacks and then go in on them. Instead of dodging around the area. I don't know if I recognize that left symbol. This one. Ignore me standing in lava there for a second.
Why, it's the barge of death.
It's the what? Oh, need to remember that they drop a bomb when they die. And there we go. Whew. That was very tricky. I don't love being in the super small arenas.
Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand? We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods, though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
I'm gonna go for the shield because it will keep me from being trapped in a corner, basically.
Never been this far.
Because if I get hit once, I'll presumably be able to use that deflect duration to be able to get out of whatever bad situation I'm in.
Gorgons.
Oh, Gorgons! I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Gorgons yet. Or like this is the first we're seeing them. Yeah, when I think of barge, I think of like barges and harbors outside cities, like the big, flat, moving tons of stuff, things. Very smart conversation I'm having right now. I could not give the dictionary definition of a barge.
Claiming these.
My guess is that a barge is probably for goods and a gondola is for people. I don't know what a punt is. That's pretty cheesy, but gets the job done.
How many more of these are there?
Oh geez, this is not a great quarter to be in. Need to get down here. Ooh, I did not think I was going to clear that room. I was hoping to see some kind of heal thing. Just gonna catch up on chat real quick. Gosh, there's so many types of boats. We should really reduce the amount of boats there are. Just be like, alright, if it's smaller than X, it's a raft. If it's bigger than X, it's a barge. And then bigger than blank, and it's a ship. That's it, boat expert.
Fine day to you as well there, mate. Now let's have a look at your supply, shall we?
I did say I would like some healing stuff.
Just what I need.
So we can upgrade the powers we have or go for a new one. I think I'm gonna go for a new one.
A shrewd expenditure of wealth is sometimes all that stands between a victory and sore defeat. Isn't that right, cousin?
I'm gonna go for just making the basic attack better, because that is what I mostly use. Oh, is this mini boss? Or the boss?
Oh, great.
That's a boss. That's pretty cool looking. Oh, there's more. I guess I should have expected when I saw Hydra. I hope not. I do not like the amount of Hydras that there are now. Ah, dang. Ooh, alright. I'm going to go ahead and say that that was a pretty good attempt for a first try out